It's another hot one here in Florida, but the projects must go on. I swear it feels like it's 1100 degrees. So anyway, today's project is related to my backyard she shed, which I have a video which I'll link to in the description that actually shows my she shed. It's a tiki hut type of she shed, tiki themed I should say. In any event, I don't have an outside light. It has an overhang on the front, and I'll show you all this in a moment. It has an overhang on the front and sort of a front deck just outside the door, but I have no lighting over the doorway, so when I come out at night, if I want to go up, it's just dark. So I want to mount a little light that hangs down. So I found something on Amazon that I ordered, and that's what I have here. It's solar powered actually, so that's all I really need. I'll show it to you. It's kind of a small light. We'll see. In the description it looked like it was larger, but in defense of the listing on Amazon, it did say it was 6 inches in diameter, and that's exactly what it is. But again, the pictures were done in such a way it made it look like it was probably twice that big. But in any event, this should be big enough. I'm thinking this is going to put out enough light, and again, it's solar powered. We have fairly decent length of cord, although the cord, it's all hardwired, which is not going to really create a problem for me, but just something to keep in mind. You can't unplug either end in case you wanted to like snake the wire some special way. And then we have a little bracket that will screw onto the roof line of the shed itself, and then this little solar panel just slides right down in there. Yeah, famous last words, right? Let's try this again. The solar panel just slides right in. There we go. And it swivels and pivots and everything, so we can mount it and we can aim it however we need to. Probably mount it like so, and we'll get that aimed as best we can. My shed sits under a big oak tree, but there's still quite a bit of sun that hits the shed from about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on, so I think that'll be enough to charge the light and have it work long enough up into the evening for my needs. So, it also comes with a little remote control, so, which looks like it's the only way to actually control it. Oh, I see. So you can turn it on and off. You can change the brightness. I don't know how easy that is to see. You can change the brightness, and looks like it has a timer setting, so you can set it for 3 hours, 5 hours, and 8 hours to stay on. So, okay, kind of cool. So with that said, let's go look at where we're going to install this light. All right, so let's go out to the shed here. I've got my ladder and some tools already out here. So this is what we're dealing with. It's the front of my she shed, and right up underneath this overhang is where we're going to actually mount the light. We're going to hang it from that beam right there, and then we're probably going to mount the solar panel somewhere over here to the right. Hopefully it's not too intrusive looking. Might have to tinker with that, but in any event, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get the light mounted up here. So let me get set up and I'll show you what we're dealing with. All right, so we're going to go through our parts again. Again, we have the solar panel and the light itself, which is all hardwired together. So we'll set that to the side for a second. There's this little gizmo, and this, let's see if I can show you this. There's two tiny little holes right in the top of this. There we go. And that ends up being the little hook to hold it. Now the light doesn't come with anything for this hook to grip to. So we're just going to make a little bit of a modification. I am just going to kind of straighten that out a little bit like so. And then I'm going to take a stainless steel screw, and I'm going to run the screw right up in this little gap that's here. I might have to spread that open a little bit. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Let's see here. Well, I don't have the right tools out here with me, but we'll get it. So, yeah, I think that's enough. There we go. So we're just going to run that screw right up between there. I wouldn't want this just hanging on something anyway. The wind would blow it off. So this will secure it a little better. So let me kind of get this squared away, and then we'll move on to actually getting this screwed up and hung where it needs to go. Okay, well, sometimes things don't work out. That little clip that goes in here, actually, when I tried bending it out so that I could get a screw through it, I broke it. So shame on me. What I'm going to do instead, I've got a black wire tie here that I have cinched around the cord. So, and I've got it really tight. And what I'm going to do is use a piece that's hanging off here and see if I can secure that. And then just let it hang like so. I think it'll work. I just want it to be so that it doesn't blow away. And but I will say, I wish they had provided some kind of little hook or something that you could screw in and then somehow hook this to it. That would have been nice, but that's okay. We'll make it work. All right, so what I've done here is I've just tied a little knot into this, and we're going to run a screw through that, and then we can cinch that down. And I think that that's going to hold it just fine. So just a simple little plastic wire tie. So I've got this pretty much like I want to get it hung. So this will at least get the light itself going. All right, there we go. So that'll take care of that. Now what we're going to want to do is route our cord in some neat way. And yeah, so I'm going to do that right now. I've got a staple gun. I think what I'm going to do is just staple this wire kind of in an inconspicuous way up through here. And this is painted dark and the cord's black, so it's hardly going to even be noticeable. Alright, so that's got our solar panel installed, our wiring run, and our light hung. So what we're going to do now is just let the solar panel charge up the battery, and then when it gets closer to dark, we'll come out here and we'll test it out. Alrighty, we are outdoors. We're going to go check out our light. Hey, that's pretty cool. All right, so that's working out really nice. Actually, that's brighter than I expected from that little guy. Now, I mentioned before, we have this little remote here, and we can turn the light off. Turn it on. All right, so that's full brightness. Yeah, so let's just back up here. And that's plenty of light. So I'm pretty happy with that. I do have a timer option. So the settings are 3 hours, 5 hours, and 8 hours. So I'm just gonna leave it like it is. Let it just stay on until the battery runs down. I get plenty of sun, so it'll definitely get a full charge during the day. I think we are good to go. So we're gonna call that for the win.